Hey guys, this is Rob with Signum. We're here with the owner, Ardyth Hall, and I also consider her one of my mentors in life. She's had a big effect on my life. So Ardy is the founder and owner of Push 511 here in Baltimore. Very few people know it is one of, if not the longest running CrossFit gym in Baltimore, something to be proud of. So you know, she's taught me a lot of life lessons, things that I'm going to take on as we start to form and develop Signum. And if you've ever read anything from John Maxwell's 5 Levels of Leadership, she's been a level 4 leader to me. Basically, she builds other leaders. So with that sort of intro, Ardy, tell the crew out there about yourself.
All right, well, thank you very much. And appreciate the kind words. Yeah, I guess I started CrossFit in 2009, and I came from an athletic background, all group sports, team sports, individual, tennis, things like that. But most recently I've been doing like triathlons and marathons, which takes a long time. And I was sort of getting burned out of it, variety of things, job-wise and that kind of exercise. So anyway, one day I went to, not too far from here, a garage gym. I mean, a true garage gym. There's, you know, rats and little things like that, like trash cans.
Yeah, Baltimore.
And did about a 7-minute workout, lying flat on my back, and just was like, what the hell just happened to me? And coming from an athletic background, I realized there's something about this. Researched it, really liked it in regards to the fundamentals. At that time I was in, let's see, you know, mid 40s, and realized I probably need to, how do I keep exercising going forward? And I figured CrossFit was was it was shorter. It wasn't as long as doing a 12-hour Ironman. It used more of my body, and as I started doing more of it, I realized I was really not in that great shape. So for me, it just was like that next phase, and I realized it had a longer term and was a better overall workout. So that's kind of, I got started, really, just kind of like, and it grew from there.
Okay, so, and then from there, what made you want to, hey, I want to start a CrossFit gym? So.
Yeah, combination. I had stepped away from the corporate life, so I was kind of figuring out what I want to do when I grow up. I still don't know what I want to do, but I feel like I'm on a better path right now. So for me, it was a little bit of merging that passion for fitness and with business, and just kind of I guess the tipping point is something always puts you over the edge. My sister had a heart attack, and I was kind of thinking about it, like, really didn't need to happen. She was at the time 52, I just turned 55, and it was pretty traumatic. She, you know, heart stopped several times, and I was like, you know, hers was eating, exercise, just things could change, and I wanted to make a difference. And whether that was someone who was in their 50s or starting with someone in their 20s, good habits like I had growing up, and I just figured, you know, CrossFit does that. CrossFit gives you a good basis of, you know, living a better life. So it's kind of like finally like, okay, let me put my business background together with passion, then the two melded, and just was something more passionate about. If I'm going to, you know, work whatever 12 hours a day, I want to make sure it's something more meaningful, and not just personally, but also for other people. And that was kind of like that, again, that turning point of like staying in the garage versus, you know, opening something up.
So usually at this point I ask people, how's it impacted your life outside the gym? So let's flip the script, and how have you seen Push affect people's lives here in the gym? Like, you know, most of the audience sort of know my story a little bit. I'm a different person from when I came in versus, you know, today, but the other members at Push, what have you seen them accomplish both in and outside?
It's a combination. I mean, I'll start with like what we think the basic answer is, and which is there. I mean, it's a gym. People get fitter. You know, that's probably the number one reason people come in. They could say different things, and that happens, and that's I think that's going to happen, and it does. It's from people losing weight, running faster. You know, just
off their diabetes.
The best thing, like numbers. I was just talking with a member the other night. I said, you know, how's it going? Like, I said, how are the numbers? You know, and it was like, he knew what I was talking about. It was his blood numbers. He goes, this is good, this is good. This one's not so moving, but I think it's because of this. And he says, like, yep, he told me I need to come in the gym more. It's like, okay. So it's not just, are you bench pressing more, are you deadlifting more? It's just the overall healthy fitness. And I think that happens. But what I think is really interesting, and I think it's more than I expected, I guess. Those are the things I kind of expected. People are going to get fitter, it's better numbers, the diabetes, you name it. But it's like the relationships that are built, and not just, you know, you're a good example of, I full relationship in regards to meeting your wife, having babies. I mean, there's that. But some of it's just the strength. I've talked with several people, and it's like, you know, they may have come from a hard situation. They come in here, and all of a sudden they find a new group of people that are like-minded. They want to, you know, work out hard, but then they also come together, whether it's, you know, going out for learning to cook better or just commiserating. We have a couch over there that's turned into a little bit of a therapy couch. I mean, it's things.
A lot of people need therapy.
Yeah, and this helps. It is a little bit of like therapy. So there's a lot of things where people are helping outside the gym in regards to, you know, doing their jobs better, just handling relationships better. And there's a good support group for here. It's kind of like the CrossFit, you know, what Alcoholics Anonymous, CrossFit Anonymous or whatever. I think that's the part that is the most rewarding as an owner, and for me personally, because seeing what's happening with people and seeing that confidence. There's one woman here that's been doing CrossFit for a little over a year, and just seeing her confidence level increase by what she's able to do of moving certain weights, things she knew she couldn't do before. So that, seeing that people build their confidence, I mean, that is sort of my mantra, is, you know, to, you know, help others believe in themselves so they can live a better life. So that's my personal mantra or personal value. You know, at Push, we have a big sign: do more, suck less, live better. So to me, if I can help people just, you know, believe in themselves, they will live a better life. And they do, because they can lift something, or they've done something they didn't know before, by a push-up, a pull-up, you name it. So that's the kind of, like, I call the intangible stuff that you may see on a brag board of, like, hey, a snatch, but what went behind that? It was the people, it was just that community, and the community, not in the word of just they're come together, but they're there for each other in the good times and bad. So I think that's the key item.
So you've heard it, guys. If you don't know, Push 511 out there has probably had more members go out and form gyms. It's had a bigger impact in the Baltimore, Maryland area than probably any other gym. Like I said, she's a level 4 leader. The reason's right here. So with that, thanks for having us, Ardy.
Thank
and
you.
See you guys next week.